Hearing is an ability. Listening is an art. Listening is more than just hearing. It is an active and intentional process of receiving, understanding, and responding to verbal and non-verbal messages. It is an exercise to deepen connections and enrich the human experience. When you listen actively, you tap into the unsaid emotion and intention behind the words, which can transform everyday interactions into moments of true engagement, building genuine rapport. This practice doesn't just resolve conflicts, it prevents them by fostering a shared understanding. It also shifts your perspective from a self-centric worldview to a more inclusive one where you acknowledge and appreciate others. This shift not only enhances personal and professional relationships, but also creates a strong connection within. Let's understand, what do you have to pay attention to while listening? The spoken words, speaker's emotions, intentions, and the underlying meanings through their tonality, eye movement, hand gestures, and more. For example, there is so much you can listen to in between two similar sentences. I am happy versus I am happy. There are three things that you have to remember. Suspend your judgments or biases while listening to someone. Cultivate curiosity and ask questions with the intent to know more. Demonstrate genuine interest in the speaker's perspective. Effective listening entails focusing fully on the speaker. How can you do that? Maintain eye contact and smile. Provide verbal assurance by using rejoinders such as, I see, that's interesting, tell me more. Give non-verbal feedback such as nodding your head, raising your eyebrows, using hand gestures. You can also ask clarifying questions like, tell me more about this, please elaborate on that. You can paraphrase their sentences. And you can also summarize to ensure accurate comprehension and validation of the speaker's message. Listening is a vital skill for meaningful communication. It fosters empathy, trust, collaboration, and mutual understanding in all interpersonal relationships. Above all, it makes others feel heard, valued, understood, important. As Maya Angelou said, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And when you genuinely listen to people, you make them feel good about themselves. And that is the power of active listening. We all know the difference between hearing and listening, but did you know that listening can happen at multiple levels? Yes, the 4 levels of listening are hearing, listening, active listening, and deep listening. Hearing is the most basic level of listening, which involves the physiological process of sound waves hitting the eardrum and being transmitted to the brain. At this stage, you are simply aware of sounds, including words, but you may not be focused on actively trying to interpret them. It's a passive reception of noise without deliberate attention or engagement. Listening, on the other hand, is moving beyond hearing. Listening involves a conscious decision to focus on and understand the messages being communicated by the person. This level requires a certain degree of attention and concentration to grasp the content of what is being said. You recognize the words and their basic meaning, but your engagement with the content may still be relatively superficial. At the level of active listening, listening becomes an active effort to comprehend and interpret the communication fully. Active listening involves paying close attention to the speaker's words and also to the non-verbal signals such as tone, pace, body language, energy. It includes providing feedback that shows the speaker that you understand what they are saying. often through paraphrasing, asking clarifying questions, or summarizing to confirm understanding. This level of listening aims to build rapport and ensure mutual understanding. On the other hand, the deep listening method is the deepest level of listening. Deep listening is about fully immersing oneself in the communication process, connecting emotionally with the speaker and understanding the underlying messages beyond the spoken words. This level of listening requires a high degree of empathy, allowing the listener to feel what the speaker is feeling and to explore the intentions and emotions behind the words. Deep listening often leads to profound insights and emotional connections, as it involves tuning into the speaker's subtle cues and the context of their words. Each level of listening builds upon the previous one, adding layers of understanding and connection. By mastering these levels, particularly active and deep listening, you can greatly enhance your effectiveness in personal and professional communications, fostering relationships that are based on genuine understanding and empathy.